Hello, hello, welcome back to another episode of SkyFactory 2.5. I am on my own for this episode. Demois is not available. It is the holiday season, which is fine. I can always get on and do it myself for a couple episodes. So yeah, that's what I'm here to do. Where we started at, by the way, is in the roof of our automation building. I actually made a purpose for all this up here. It's purely decorational, although there is cooking for blockhead blocks up here. So I mean, if we get to the point where we actually want to go further into Pam's Harvest Craft, we can actually do that here. It won't be too much of a problem. Um, so yeah, I don't think I've ever shown this area off before. All of these DecoCraft cabinets are able to be used. Wine racks are just wine racks, unfortunately. This broom cabinet's able to be used. The top cabinets are usable. The built-in microwave, dark, unfortunately not usable. Tool rack's also usable, though I don't... I'm not like his biggest fan of those. We got some sinks over here, which I think actually work. Yeah, they do. Well, the faucets work at the very least. Archive boxes, which unfortunately do not have an inventory associated with them. Got some bookcases over here, some more drawers, or cabinets rather. Got a fish tank aquarium apparently. Paper stack, some other stuff. Yeah, up here has just been kind of decorational. There's really no functional point to it outside of the cooking for blockhead stuff. But yeah, that is what is up this staircase. And why the staircase even exists. Because all of that is within the roof of that building right there. Anyway, this episode is kind of going to be more of a base tour to some degree, because I know there's quite a few things that I know I've left out of episodes, or like I did it after we were done for the night for recording purposes. So I kind of want to go over some of the stuff that I've done, and kind of explain some of the things that are going on around here in this here base. So these alloy smelters, by the way, you may notice that there's only one connection to them to the AE, and you can't see it, but it is behind the block itself. There is a an interface there. The alloy smelter itself is set up to push and pull on the back. All of them are. And since those interfaces are able to accept items, it'll work just fine for those. Same with the sag mills. The pulverizers, the induction smelters, and the redstone furnaces from thermal expansion unfortunately don't offer such a feature on them, so it kind of sucks. I think I could probably come up with a system using the Ender IO conduits to get it to work, but I decided to pass on that. Simply because I would have to do additional pipework anyway just to get it to work properly, I believe. It's just not worth the hassle, and I didn't want to bother learning on how to do it. So yeah, all of the thermal expansion blocks have a interface with the patterns for whatever it may be there into it, as well as a import bus on the back. Or I think these are on the these are on the side for the pulverizers. Don't know why I did that, but it is what it is on that. These fluid transposers and magma crucibles. The magma crucibles are constantly trying to get a particular item. In this case, for the one I'm looking at, snow. So it's going to constantly smelt snow into water and put it into the fluid transposer. So if there's any recipes that require water, for example, a water bucket, it'll be able to do that. Down here I got Resin Ender, Energized Glowstone, and Destabilized Redstone. All three of those are doing the same thing. They're putting into the fluid transposer. The interface on top of the fluid transposer has the actual information in it for the patterns. These ME interfaces, by the way, are also named. You can name them in an anvil, which is really, really awesome because they'll be a little more organized when you look at the interface terminal. These over here are for food purposes only. Resin furnace food, so like for taking one flour and making 2 bread, taking the 1 bread and making 2 toast. So all of these have the Trivection chamber upgrade in them. I actually removed the redstone integration from these to get that upgrade in. These sets of magma crucibles and fluid transposers, I ran out of room over there for gelic. I kind of forgot about this, and then when I started wanting to make some of these, and I wanted to automate it, we made one or two. We made one for sure. In the episode we did the big reactor in. If I wanted to automate it even further, for I could just tell AE to craft some, I had to have set this up. And this top one is not being used for anything. So if there's other fluid, like maybe lava, perhaps, that we want to use, we'll be able to use it. But for now, that is pretty much it. I also set up this enchanting area because I got tired of not being able to enchant stuff. I initially had this down below in the room with the bookshelves, but it was just way too cluttered, so I made this little expansion for it, even put a little bit of an elevator behind here, so we can be down here, or even go further down. I know I've used that in an episode or two with the elevator. I do actually intend on replacing these bookshelves with a mana pylon from Botania, but we haven't gotten there just yet. The room was decorated on camera, I believe, at one point. If not, I mean, there's not really much to talk about here. It's just a bunch of DecoCraft stuff when I went DecoCraft happy. I've been working on expanding the drives, and I also upgraded the fluid storage to 256K. I had a bit of a problem with water. Okay, so there's 1 kilobucket's worth of water in there. That is fine. That is what it should be limited to. But yeah, some of these other materials in here, let's see if I can find one. Yeah, like there's 3 kilobuckets of blazing fire, 3,000 buckets, 14 kilobuckets of essence, 3 kilobuckets of liquid XP. This essence, by the way, is being imported from the blaze farm that Demois made. I went back and modified it to be a little more in tune with the theme over there and whatnot, but that's really about it over there. I did add 4 more crafting things in there, but it's down below. I did upgrade these spikes in here at one point, and I know I made a comment about this, but they're up to diamond now, so that is awesome. Got the import system over here for it. Yeah, here is a blaze farm that I re-blocked to look nicer and fit within the storage building. I also have the grinder here importing to this diamond chest with a import bus and the fluid import bus on that. I also put the vacuum hopper above it because Noise was not joking about some of the items not being picked up. It's mostly blaze blaze powder that doesn't get picked up in that system. It's kind of weird. Wait, skeleton? Oh, it's over here. I've actually had some mob spawn out on this platform and like in here or something. I don't know. Some weird things have been happening with mob spawns. I'm not sure if it's just forced spawns because there's too much lighting around or what's going on with that. Had some weird things that happened with them indeed. Sounds like a hill just broke from one of these. I did end up getting all of the plants planted for magical crops, so Minicio is pretty much done. Pretty much done. There might be a few things we might want to look out at in the mod in the future, but all the plants are here. Even the experienced frickin' seeds, which took forever because those books for them took forever. Went through a lot of experience. I also redid the ground over here for the tree farm area just to have more defined plots and where things should be at. I also like this carpet simply because it reminds me of the like old school 8-bit SNES kind of grass textures you would see. For example, like Legend of Zelda, you would kind of see this in some of the foresty areas. Is there anything else really that I want to go over? I did all the cables at one point as well, the A2 cables, but no, I brought that up. Oh, yeah, there is one more thing in here. I got tired of having to manually transport stuff into this chest. I put a couple export buses with the different types of dust in each of them respectively that can actually fit together. I think one of them from this one, I don't recall which one it is, can actually go into this one if it really wanted to, but yeah, it's split up, so I can turn those on and off via the interface to just export ores automatically. I also replaced all of the portable tanks with bedrockium drums. We ended up getting a lot from water bedrockium drums from loot bags. So those have been all redone. I also redid the pipes so they're not opaque because my computer can actually handle it now, thankfully. Anything over here really different? No, I don't think so. But yeah, that's... Oh, this one on the end is for any accidental alloys that are created. We'll be put into this drum and then imported into the AE system for our convenience. That is really about it for terms of changes and stuff I haven't really shown off around here. I did make that building off camera one day, but we've actually been in here quite a few times. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's really much else to say about changes around the base. Oh. I never did actually get to show off this building when it was finished, did I? I did not. So, what you just saw was down below, but yeah, this is a big reactor building. It's what it looks like when I finished it. I'm not the biggest fan of this, but what I want to do is a diagonal here of steel. It's not very possible, so I went with that. It looks okay, in my opinion. But overall, I like it. Inside, I went with the sheet metal roof on the underside, so it kind of looks like it's being supported. We need to automate all of this, by the way, because right now I have to come back through here and pick up the cyanide ingots and make sure that it has fuel. Yeah, there's one that we had. I got the wireless powered lights in here, which are expensive as hell to make in bulk. Got some stairs going down. I kind of walled off this area just for the purposes of decoration. I was thinking about doing it for some of the other buildings as well, but I'm not sure if I want to or not. And I already do have the cable out here running for us to automate this building. There is one other thing. DeMoise made some solar panels. You may remember this briefly. That he put over there. I picked them up and put them over here between the two power buildings. Since this is kind of the power area itself, it seemed appropriate. But yeah, these things create 4K RF per tick. And there's 32 of them here. So I don't know how much power that actually is overall, but it should be plenty. Between this, and that, we should have enough RF per tick to actually replace our lava gen power system, as well as the other generators down below, if we really wanted to. But I don't think we want to at the moment. Anyway, let's see. Anything else? Anything else? I don't think so, actually. Yeah, I don't think there really is anything else of importance, so what can we do for the next, 4 or 5 minutes or so? What we can do actually is taking these, making it so I can have more up here without being as like compacted, if you will. I would like to be able to fit 8 of the crafting pillar things into this space. I don't know if I can, but at the very least I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can at least get 6 here, which I would like, but that involves either building them out 1 extra block, which may or may not be a bad thing. So their crafting monitor is here. Or it involves pushing them back 1 so the distance on both sides can be the same with the symmetry with this window. And I wanted the symmetry. So, crafting system, you are going to be taken down for a brief moment at the very least. Just so I can redo you. I'm also going to take these out here. Monitors will be here, 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 and here. Alrighty. So they have the storage, but they don't have the speed. So we need to move all of this out 1 block towards us. Don't know if this can is going to fit. It's there. That's interesting. Let's see, can I, if I was to take this block, can I put it there? I cannot. Okay. So, Cannon, you are going to have to get moved to here? Sure, why not? That'll work. But yeah, we need to take out this wall. So we can move it out 1 more block. And I will have to redo the roof, obviously, for this as well. I think for now, I am not going to be able to place it there even still, because those are the way. I am going to leave it as it is. I'm just going to move that entire wall out 1 block. Because I'm not sure how exactly I want to deal with this. Because I have to move the interior corner in 1 more block and get rid of the window, and it's a bit bigger of a project than I would like, but it has to be done, right? Alright, so that's been moved out 1. We'll be able to fit it in the rest of them now, back here. Okay. So yeah, I like this a lot better. This way. Definitely feels better. Kinda need to get rid of those cows. Let's see about moving this over as well right now since we're here. Oh, actually, those are going to go there, and this entire wall has to get shifted out 1. Yeah, not easy. Not easy at all. There we go. It's more or less finished there. But let's get these last 2 crafting pillars in. Here are the other 4 that I added. We are going to take these up, though, and reuse them. This way only 2 of them will actually exist down here, and I think those 2 might get bulked up a bit more. Simply because we have a few recipes that take up a lot of bytes for the purposes of crafting. And 4 of these 64K crafting storages are just not enough by any means. When I was trying to make the solar panel 6s, the last 15 or 20 that we needed, it took 1.4 million bytes of crafting storage, which we don't have a CPU that has that. At the max, we have 256K, which is 1/4 of what that recipe would have, or that request would have taken. What are these? 106510? Okay. So we need something that is a bit bulkier of a crafting system for large order requests. Same goes for cobblestone. The compressed versions. Do we actually have a octuple? We do. Do I not have the recipe in there? Okay. I thought I did. I guess not. But, for example, even trying to craft up 10 of these, 228,000 bytes to be taken up. 1,000 of these, 698,000 bytes. Assuming we actually even had all of the essence to do with this, it going up in the compressed cobblestone chain takes up a lot of storage room. So yeah, we need to expand some of our crafting powers down here. Yeah, so this is, by the way, is a total of 8 crafting multi-block things in one. And we can actually... Let's see, do we actually have enough here? To just throw it onto this one? Almost? Almost. I would need another 2 to fully make that one. So yeah, something like this one where it has a crap ton of 64k crafting storages on it would be great for the heavy recipes with multiple chains in it. But yeah, I like that a lot better. Looks a lot better. We can have a lot more crafting available to us now without having to go down below to see what the progress is like. Let's actually make some more of those 64k storages. Let's see. I will take these up. Thinking. With 2 of these, huh? So 1 there, and let's say 1 here. So that gives us 2 by 2 that we can do, and we can go back pretty much as far as we would like. This is what it seems like. Yeah, that'll work. If we really wanted to, I could expand it out to 3 wide by putting another line here and then 1 more here. But I would have to put a cable anchor here just so it wouldn't connect. Same with if I wanted to put it under this at all. But that won't be too much of a problem in the future, because next episode we're actually going to be working on Botania stuff. But the episode after that, because I intend on recording 3 or 4 episodes on my own. After that, we'll be working on fixing up down below to be a little bit more user-friendly, since we have the ability to fly now. Trying to place cables in this area isn't too much of a problem anymore. That's the reason I only did this 3 high, though, to begin with, is so we can actually put cables without having to try to jump place or anything. But once we got to the AE system, I'm like, well, I'm going to put this underground, but we need the space, and then start putting stairs and stuff. Like, this went through 3 or 4 different iterations of how it was going to look. It became much more clear to me that we need to lower this down another, what is this, 4 blocks? So this is going to be 7 blocks of height down here. We need it. But that'll be it for now. I hope you guys have enjoyed the brief little base tour. And a little bit of work we did. But yeah, next episode, Botania. Botania. We gotta get this rodent culture going. But until then, as always, take it easy.